Hi everyone, it's Scrappy Kathy here, and I'm combining three different challenges today. First of all, this is the Scrap Squad, day 2 of Scrap Squad's 12 days of spring scrap lifts. And so I'm still doing some catching up. And it's also Stash Dive Tuesday, and it's the once a month occurrence when Stash Dive Tuesday meshes with ScrapDom, and both are about using random scrappy elements on your page. And you know, if you know me, and especially if you watched me during Calvinball, random is kind of my jam. So I have a wild collection of things. I'm also using my Scrap Backwards kit. And my Scrap Backwards kit I went live with yesterday. And it is based on, let me pull the sticker sheet here. I started out with this sticker sheet, and I have all of these. So my random embellishments are largely going to come from these sticker sheets, and I've used 2 papers from my Scrap Backwards kit, and they are, well, actually 3, I guess. One is this hot pink dotted Swiss sort of cardstock. And if you see a wire there, that's because I'm charging my phone. It was low on charge, and I didn't want to run out of charge while I was filming. That's happened before. And so, and then the other, as you saw, was a Chamel Head in the Clouds paper that I used the reverse of so I could get all these cameras. This is the this is a Shoreline paper by American Crafts, and I'm using the yellow side. I love this side, and we'll use that sometime during the month. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the yellow as a contrast rather than a coordinating with this print. I'm going to lay this guy down. This frame is from 49 and Market, I think. I'm just going to lay it on here approximately. I always have to say approximately parallel because that's just not my thing. Eyeballing parallel apparently isn't my strong suit, so I'm gonna kind of go like that. Once I put the embellishments on, I tend not to notice stuff. This is my photo, and it's a photo of Ava taken yesterday when James took her out to hang with her a little bit before he went out of town. And it's a lovely photo, but she gave him permission on the condition that he not publish it anywhere, that he not post it out where, you know, her friends would see it and so forth. And I'm hoping that none of her friends are watching this YouTube video because I'm plastering it all over. When I post it on Facebook, she's not on Facebook and neither are her friends. When I post it on Facebook, I will, you'll see the whole thing. When I post it on Instagram, I'm gonna obscure her face. Okay, so I've got the photo on there. I'm going to pull a title right here. The story here is, as you may know if you've been watching a while, she's been through a lot. And her reaction to it was kind of to her hair was growing out after chemo. And she kept a hoodie on and even got special permission to wear the hoodie at school. And she's, when she met her dad, she had the hoodie down. And without, you know, I mean, we've long ago stopped, you know, asking or anything. So I'm going to put the baby squirrel flare right here because that's what we used to call her when she was a baby squirrel. I'm going to use this rainbow flare up here because it's like the dawning of a new day here. I don't know if she'll keep it down, but there are all kinds of great signs that she's feeling better about things, and so that's wonderful. I'm going to start pulling some embellishments here that may or may not make sense in the grand scheme of things. I'm going to use this blue ribbon kind of thing as a base for some other embellishments, and I'm going to slide it under so it looks like the flare is on top of it. And I'm putting a little bit of foam behind there so that these guys will stand up a bit. Put some tape on that. There's a little bit of that orange that will show. Let me get this where I can look straight down on it and see. That's about the same diameter, but I don't mind if a little of the orange shows. I'm going to use a couple butterflies. This one was done by my friend Michelle Furland, who was just getting into mixed media and made these butterflies, and she made me a beautiful card with some of these butterflies, and I just love it. And since this is about Ava kind of coming out of her shell and breaking through some anxiety, I suppose you might call it, I thought a butterfly was good. And it isn't a really florally looking photo, nor will this be a florally looking kind of page. So I'm gonna use the butterflies as sort of not exactly instead of flowers, but why not? I like this sentiment that says the best is yet to come, and it's in orange, and I don't have any other orange on the page, but that makes it an accent, and it's going to stand out. So let's see, I think I'm going to put it down here by the black, on top of the black and white, instead of up on the pink. Okay, and I'm going to put this here on a foam dot. And then I may, build some embellishments kind of around that. I want to use this and this from the She Blooms, and I may come back and use two of those photo corners if I can't find any smaller ones. This has a sentiment on it, which I'm going to cover up. I'm going to stick that right there. And I'm going to add this orange up here with that word love. I kind of thought that would be cute. There's a word here. Not really wanting to use that, but I'm going to use the She Blooms up here at the top. This is truly a I chose the picture because I had the She Blooms collection in my kit. And I don't want to use too much from one collection because we are doing random stuff, and that's intentionally done a little bit crooked. And I'm going to add this little guy right here, which is was just kind of lying loose on my desk. It's a Pink Fresh wooden button brad sticky thing that has just like leaves on it. I'm going to add a little calendar sticker that says Hello Weekend. And I think that's what I'm going to put right here. And the flowers kind of look like they go with that little puffy sticker there. I have a package here that I have never opened, and it's a Fancy Pants collection down by the shore, and these are pennants, and there are little sticks to hang the pennants on. And there's one of these pennants that I like a lot because the colors don't match much of anything else. And it's this pennant right here. And I'm maybe gonna see if I can hang it on this. Let me look at the back of that and see how those things were used. That's kind of cute. It has the pennant kind of sticking up from behind a circle like this will be. But it's using the real stick. So I'm going to go back and do that. I have, no idea what I'm doing, and that's why it's random. It's called random. And I'm just kind of celebrating an unusual event in Ava's, in that Ava was comfortable enough to come out. And I'm going to let this glue dry on here for a minute while I do another one so I can put two of them together. And I'm going to do this one, even though it doesn't match anything that's going on anywhere. I think it's gonna still work. Okay, so while those are drying, let's look at the sticker sheets and see if we can find anything else. There's a circle there. I'm gonna put that aside. On this, this one, there's a Celebrate Every Day sticker And I don't want it all, but I do like this bit with the lime green on it. And I'm gonna slide it under there. And it just barely shows, but it's kind of a nice little accent. I'm gonna use the other bit of that over on this side, kind of right by that butterfly. Well, that makes it exactly opposite that one. So maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll do it down here and try to scooch it in like that. And then I'll build something there. I know we're not supposed to have 3 clusters, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, I like on here these geotags and the speech bubbles. Could have used that in Calvinball. But what I'm going to do is take the one thing that really doesn't match anything else, which is this camera, blue camera with a gray-green lens and the red outline, and I'm going to kind of add it somewhere in here in a... Now, if I want photo corners, the logical place would be here and here. So I may do this up there, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, these guys are not quite dry, but I probably can put them where I want them, just so that I can see how cluttered that makes things. And I can let them dry in place like this, because they'll be resting on the side there. I'm going to break off part of this one because I want it to be a little shorter. Okay. I'll get that on in a minute. I'll do this and then get a little glue on there and go like this. Okay. And when those are dry, I kind of just want to do that to check on my composition. And, you know, it's all over the place like it always is. So let's see what else. Okay, there's this brave, nice, tough, rough. And that's a good... division of her. It's a good depiction of her personality, let's put it that way. And actually, let me do it this way. I'd like the brave and nice part to show and the tough and rough maybe to be under here. That's good, and then I can put something else under there. I always say that. I've got this this gear that can go. I'm going to cut it in half, use it in two places. Do part of it right there, and another bit of it kind of right there. Okay, I'll put that aside. I like the cherries here. Not sure how I can work those in, but to me they signify life kind of coming up, cherries coming up good. It's like good luck, I guess, is the thing, or good fortune. And I kind of think it goes with the best is yet to come. I'm gonna, where do I want these? Maybe have this whole thing be a side cluster and let this kind of partly be under there. Okay, that's kind of getting as full as I envisioned the clusters becoming. I have this very large XL flare that is, it's appropriately colorful and might go nicely right here. And I know that's kind of covering the area where my photo corners might go, but maybe I could just use one. I'm not liking that. I'm gonna hold off on that and use it on another page. I don't think it's adding anything. It's kind of cluttering. Okay, there was something I saw in here. There's like a little tag, but I'm full up on that cluster. I can use something small and in a contrasting color right down here. So let's go back and see what we have. Got this. Since she's like all kids on her phone a lot, I'm going to use a telephone icon. And the telephone is kind of that purpley pink of the butterfly. And it's got the lime green. So I'm going to do it kind of in, nope, I don't like that. I don't like it. I think it might be better if it didn't have this guy. Maybe there. That makes it kind of part of this, and then I can put something out there. And that out there may be one of these. And I may do another one out here. And another one. These are cute. There, and maybe I'll just use those two. This is ridiculous. Okay, so where did we see those? There are some photo corners right there, but they aren't the typical ones that these would cover up too much of the photo, was what I was trying to say. Okay, here's another set in the She Blooms. They're a different green, but that's okay. We've got all the different colors kind of going on here. I'm gonna put this in. Let me get it closer so I can get it about right. Okay, there. And then here, get that on that. Okay. I've got it in opposite corners. I like that the right now is kind of free and clear. I have a word strip here that says different is good, and I like that. I think it's probably not very sticky. I'm gonna maybe put that right here. And there are some other phrases on there. I picked a kit without a whole lot of phrases other than the inspirational ones. I like to check this out, but it's kind of big. So I'm going to go back maybe to these. Maybe not, maybe not. Okay, I may find some black and white ones that are appropriate, or I may end it just like this. And I do know that I'm going to hunt through my Vicky Bouton, or just my random scraps here, looking for at least a couple of florals that I can fussy cut for this. Of course, I don't see any florals now. But I'll bet there's something in here that I can use. I see one right here. And the colors are good. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but I'd like one maybe right there, and if it could go, well, maybe right on there. So what of these might look good there? I'm gonna say this kind of this one, I'm gonna leave the little dots kind of in between the petals, just to give it some personality or allow it to keep the personality that it has on the pattern paper. And yeah, I know I'm getting some trash on my layout, and hopefully I'll remember to shake that off. In case you hadn't noticed, I love scrapping like this where I'm just kind of picking random things as I go along. This may need to be cut and then kind of carefully placed so none of the cut edges are showing, right under there. And I'm just going to leave it placed right there instead of taking it out and gluing it. And I'm going to do another one maybe right in here, and maybe I'll just use this other half of this one. It has some sticky on it, and I can lift this and slide it kind of under there. Okay, and then I might do one more for there, and I'm going to take this kind of tulip looking one because it has some yellow in it, and I'm just going to put it on this dot that I have here and kind of let it stick out underneath the telephone. So this is a random mess, and I can't say I'm thrilled with it, but it kind of is what it is because I decided I wanted to do certain things that to embrace the randomness, and so it's definitely, it has its randomness has been embraced, and it's not a totally unexpected page, clearly, you know, for me, but it's also not a bad representation of the joy that was felt by all when she kind of lost her inhibition, you know, about uncovering her hair. So it's a joyful, exuberant kind of page, and so I don't hate it. And Michelle, thank you so much. This butterfly makes the page, and this one has somewhat the same color on it. I had actually glued another butterfly on top of it for a different challenge, and when I took it off, it made a mess, so I covered it with with some bling. And I'm going to go back and add some Fern Gully sequins, probably a few kind of around in here, maybe in association with each of these reinforcers. So thank you for watching, and be sure to check out everybody. I've listed all of the ScrapDom participants and also the Stash Dive Tuesday participants, and then be sure to check out all of the scrap lifts over at Scrap Squad. They're doing 12 days of springtime scrap lifts, and their scrap lifts are always amazing. So thank you for watching. Bye.